Good morning, wrestling fans, and welcome to PWR Today, Friday morning, December 3rd, 2021. We are on the precipice of Blizzard Brawl 2021 tomorrow night in the Waukesha County Expo Center on the man they call Meathead, joined by Matthew Thomas. Matthew, do you have your bags packed? Are you ready?
I am. I'm ready. I am ready to go. It's Blizzard Brawl Eve.
What does a Matthew Thomas pack when he's making a trip from Denver to Milwaukee?
Lots of quarters, some socks. I pack, typically I pack some, silverware, and I pack some toothpicks and a couple of,
Scott Hall's not going to be there.
A couple of transistor radios and some candles.
I'm surprised you're not the guy that goes, I'm ready to go, and has that roll of condoms that doesn't ever get ripped off and they're all still, partially perforated.
Is that Dexter Loomis you're talking about?
Dexter Loomis, and they're all glow in the dark green ones.
Well, Meathead, no, I was just being silly there. What I'll do, right prior to going is I'll just grab my go bag. A good, anybody who plans ahead keeps a go bag because you never know when you're going to have to leave on a moment's notice.
That's right. So you're saying that I'm pregnant and you're going to grab the go bag.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, Matthew Thomas, it is Friday. We're at the end of the week. We're on Blizzard Brawl Eve, depending on when you're listening to this today, on the 3rd of December. But it is now time to hear about who our sponsor is. And no, we don't mean my sore collarbone from all the stretching I did this morning, but who is our sponsor?
Well, you know what you can do? You can take that collarbone and you can put some collar and elbow on it and feel good because, let's face it, it is some of the most comfortable material. We've talked about this before, but there's a large chance that it is reverse engineered alien technology, that it was not made on this earth. I've never felt another garment, that I've, put on myself feel like Collar and Elbow brand does. It's comfortable, it's fashionable, and you are going to see plenty of it on display this weekend at Blizzard Brawl. It's practically going to be like a Collar and Elbow fashion show. If you want to fit in or you want to wear that
swap meet.
Yeah, a collar and elbow swap meet or a flea market or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, it's definitely not a flea market.
But you can go to collarandelbowbrand.com, enter promo code Linda K, save yourself 10%. And what? You can take that 10% and you can buy more collar and elbow stuff. You can buy some concessions at Blizzard Brawl. There's a good rumor. I'm thinking I saw on the internet there's going to be that sausage company there. So you can buy some sausage. You can buy some popcorn. I bet you there's going to be some popcorn there. And if it's not there, I bet I know where you can go get you some popcorn. So think about what you can do with that, all that 10% that you save.
Fair enough. All right. A couple news notes real quick before we start talking about Smackdown, talking about Rampage, and the week of wrestling as it was. First off, do you remember Freddie Prinze Jr.?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
He was in Scooby-Doo, correct?
He was in Scooby-Doo, I believe. What did he play? He played, who's the lead dude in Scooby-Doo?
Was he Shaggy?
No. Shaggy was Matthew Lillard.
Oh, was he the dude with the blonde hair? That other?
Yeah, blonde hair and the ascot.
Yeah.
I just can't think of his name right now. The leader of the Mystery Machine.
Yeah, all I remember is Shaggy. Hey, I can't never remember. That dude was quote unquote the leader, but Shaggy was the one everybody knew.
Well, Shaggy's the one everybody knew because Shaggy hung out with Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, and I think it was implied he smoked a ton of weed. Shaggy, not Freddie Prinze Jr.
Freddie Prinze Jr. also involved in a bunch of other movies as well, a producer and a former WWE writer. A big wrestling fan, and he worked for WWE for a while. The talk is that Freddie, we don't know how serious this is, but Freddie said with all these releases, it's getting him itchy to maybe run a wrestling promotion. Yeah. Your thoughts on Freddie Prinze putting together some wrestling shows?
More power to him. There needs to be, right now, there is enough talent for a really serious third party. And I know Impact's out there, but it's just Impact kind of seems to, just have their lane. And I think somebody else, whether it be Impact or an existing promotion, there needs to be somebody that can really make waves and be that third company. And I think that's kind of an opening right now.
Until Ring of Honor decided to say that they were shutting down business temporarily for a while, we really had 4 national companies that were out there and that were available readily on TV. And then you had your not say also Rams because that's an insult to the other companies, but then you had your MLWs and your GCWs and, all those companies as well, where they were available to be seen nationally, but weren't really, didn't have that national. So you're saying another promotion featured with Freddie Prinze Jr., besides even the NWA, which is a national company as well. The word national is the N in NWA.
Yeah, it's so it's kind of crazy to say, but it looks like you've got WWE, AEW, and everybody else. They're out there, but they're kind of just in their lanes. You need somebody else to kind of shake things up and be that third company.
Let me ask you this. So let's say Freddie Prinze puts together another company. Does he scoop up what's left, or does he only handpick 4 to 5? Because what I really do think, the rub from being in WWE, then being released, leaves it very top heavy and not a lot of bottom. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you can't make an entire show of everybody that just got cut because everybody, would be on that top level.
Yeah, no, it's very good. That's a very good point. And then, I mean, at that point, do you have to, I think a lot of it is kind of what the Ring of Honor situation pans out to be. I mean, there's that talent there. I don't, it's a very interesting time in the industry.
All right. Well, again, there's that big pay-per-view tomorrow night as well. Obviously, we won't be watching that right away because we'll be at Blizzard Brawl, but NWA Power, Trevor Murdoch, there's talk. Matthew, don't go too deep into this, but there's talk that Trevor Murdoch already doesn't believe he's going to win, and he's been getting jobs elsewhere.
He's apparently not showing up for.
Well, we'll have to see about that. But main event, NWA Power, is going to be Trevor Murdoch and Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis, formerly known as Magnus. Trevor Murdoch, formerly of the WWE. And I think it's going to be a hell of a show. I believe I saw Baltimore as the city that they're in. You had asked, and I think I saw them in Baltimore.
Interesting. Are they at the Chase again? No, that was St. Louis. Chase was St. Louis. Baltimore. Okay. Baltimore, I mean, does sound like a NWA town,
Baltimore would definitely be an NWA town. That's that's kind of a flair country kind of town too.
Absolutely.
All right. We've got that going on. Also, we got some WWE news here. Beth Phoenix announced on her social media that this NXT on Sunday will be the last match she calls for NXT. She's leaving the commentary team.
Yeah, well, I think that plays into your speculation from the other day about, potentially her doing some in-ring action.
So it is possible, I believe, that Beth Phoenix will join her husband Edge and take on the team of Miz and Maurice. Rumble, WrestleMania, who knows? Maybe they're just planting the seeds. But she said she's doing it to get away and spend more time with her family. Remember, during the pandemic, Beth Phoenix was calling matches from her house.
Yeah. Or maybe she's going to swerve everybody and go to Freddie Prinze Jr.'s wrestling company.
Oh, my God, it's the Glamazon.
and wrestle Karrion Kross.
By the way, I was wrong. It's not Baltimore. They're in Atlanta, Georgia for Hard Times 2 this Saturday, live on Fight TV.
Oh, my goodness. I understand maybe there's some of Cody's skin to go around.
Oh, it's probably still floating in the air.
It probably is.
By the way, I was wrong. It's not Nick Aldis taking on Trevor Murdoch. It's Mike Knox taking on Trevor Murdoch.
Okay.
Melina taking on Camille. Remember Camille?
Yeah.
Right? She's the one that beat Thunder Rosa.
Fantastic. That's, definitely have to catch that. I got a busy flight, because we got the NXT thing going on, and the Wi-Fi on the flight. I can probably break out the cock and watch the NXT pay-per-view, and and I'm not even in first class. You can do that anywhere on the plane with the free Wi-Fi, but man, maybe now I'll have to watch the NWA replay in the airport too. Man, there's going to be a lot of wrestling.
Yikes. Nick Aldis does have a match, though. It's a grudge match against the man formerly known as Brahm in TNA, Thom Latimer.
Interesting.
Also wrestling on the show, Chris Adonis. You remember who he is, right?
Yeah. Masterpiece, Mr.
Right.
Formerly
Otherwise
known
by
as
Carlito as, "You're such a meathead."
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
And a man near and dear to my heart, the NWA World Television Champion, somebody call my mama.
Oh, wow.
You know who that is? That's Tyrus.
Star-studded.
And I believe the Pope is on that match too. I think he's hanging out with the guys as the special guest referee.
Oh my goodness, the Pope! I saw him a few years ago at the Shenanigans party. He made an appearance.
Yeah, remember also former Milwaukee talent, former NWA champion, and hell of a nice guy, NWA junior champion currently, Austin Aries, going to be on the program as well. And this just blows me away. Former member of PWR. Now, do you believe me when I say this? Former member of PWR. I cannot believe it. Natalia, how the hell is she calling herself now? Natalia Markova. She's been on the Pro Wrestling Report.
Interesting. I'm not familiar with her.
Yeah, well, go ahead on over to nationalwrestlingalliance.com. There's a special appearance by Mickie James, Mick Foley. Oh my God, Jazz, a special tribute to Jazz as well. She had that nice run in Impact Wrestling not too long ago. So, wow, big show this Saturday. Let's talk about the last bit of news we got from WWE. There is a possibility this Sunday that the Cruiserweight Championship ceased to exist.
Well, hey, I mean, Joe Gacy's trying to make it much more inclusive, and I don't know anything you can do to make it more inclusive than to just, make sure that it doesn't exist. If you're trying to define people,
I don't care what they call the belt as long as Joe Gacy wins, because he's on the team they call Meatheads.
That's what I hear.
Yep. So I'll take a title win for the butt nut belt. I don't really care. I mean, you saw how that worked out for me with Cameron Grimes and the $1 Million Championship. That was a title win. You don't see the damn belt ever again.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's talk about SmackDown tonight. Hey, coming on the show tonight, the Save Kayla's Job, it's a guy that has held the belt that Cal Hero's held. It's Brock Lesnar.
Absolutely. Big return by Brock.
Brock Lesnar was a tag team champion in OVW, right?
I think he was. Did he team with Shelton?
I thought he teamed with Shelton Benjamin.
I'm almost sure. I thought sure
he teamed with Shelton Benjamin, to be honest with you. Now, I'm going to have you talk to me about what your feelings are on Brock Lesnar showing up on SmackDown while I check my work.
Brock Lesnar showing up on SmackDown, huh? I think it's going to be good. You finished yet, Meathead? No,
I'm done. The Minnesota Stretching Crew. Shelton Benjamin and Brock Lesnar.
Okay, so
they won the belts in 2001.
We were, in fact, correct. No, I mean, Brock Lesnar, that's star power. That gets me excited much more so for SmackDown than I am on a typical week. And anytime Brock is one of those people that I think, still gets people to tune in. So where it goes to from there, I mean, are we going back Brock and Roman? I mean, Roman's got his hands full for, the foreseeable future there. But where do we, ultimately end up here?
I don't know, but Cal Hero holds the belt that Brock Lesnar has held before. Isn't that amazing?
That's awesome.
All right, but anyway, as we were telling you, Brock Lesnar showing up to Save Kayla's Job tonight. What's going on, Brock? His indefinite suspension is now over. Did he pay the $1 million fine, and did he get a haircut?
I hope not. I hope he's still got his nice little.
You hope he looks like a peeled onion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I think that's a good look for him now. He would
the red and black flannel.
If he got a haircut, he'd be trying to conform, and Joe Gacy would not like that.
No, but he's already got a Brock Lesnar look-alike with him. What's the guy's name?
Doesn't he?
Drew?
Yeah, he does have a Brock look-alike, but I don't know. It's interesting, Meathead, because we're another full month away from a pay-per-view, so. I wouldn't even think we're building to that, though. I mean, I guess Lesnar could be on that show, but you got to think, this is something that's giving us a Rumble build here.
Okay. Well, I mean, they are good at building that kind of stuff, a couple months in advance. Sometimes, some of the matches get built and then the rest of it gets thrown together 2 weeks before the show. Yeah. So, Matthew, tonight as well, we have Rampage. Which part are you looking forward to the most from Rampage tonight? Is it Jade Cargill taking on one of Thunder Rosa's students?
Not especially, because I think that's going to be a fairly easy match to predict there. I mean, this is made for Jade, so I don't see a lot of mystery in that. Mm-hmm.
I still enjoy watching. Just Rampage in general. Now, TNT champion Sammy Guevara is taking on Tony Nese. Your thoughts?
This will be, the premiere of Tony Nese, right?
Yeah, I think in-ring premiere on Rampage or Dynamite. I think he
Yeah,
says
yeah.
dark matches.
Yeah, no, I mean, so this is probably the most anticipated match for me, just because it's something different. There's a novelty factor. I imagine it would close the show. I mean, Sammy's got a really good history of show closing title matches, so I think this will be. And Sammy, when that spotlight is on him, man, you are in for a treat.
And to be honest, I think this is the opening match. Pac and Penta El Zero Miedo taking on the AAA Tag Team Champions FTR, Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood.
Another solid match. I mean, I think you bookend the show with that, and then the Sammy match. You have Jade in the middle, and you've got an hour of solid wrestling there.
It's a thing for us to talk about because, you're not doing a 2-hour show or a 3-hour show. You're stretching out and you have multiple segments with the same people. You got 1 hour that's packed.
Yeah.
Pun intended, by the way.
No, absolutely. And it's, you look at a lot of times what they put on the card, like, how are they going to fit it in? How are they going to get around to it? So that is the thing with Rampage. I mean, there is a lot to be said.
I think their 3-match formula works.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said for an hour wrestling program, and there's a lot to be said.
Sunday Night Heat was awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said for how AEW is booking the shows. If not a week ahead, at least that Wednesday feeding into Friday, Friday feeding into Wednesday is a good formula.
Well, speaking of formulas, I don't want to spoon feed you what's happening tomorrow night, but we're going to talk about it one more time. We'll have a preview special as well right here on the PWR Today podcast. Matthew, it's time. Probably tired of hearing us promote it. It is time. Another big interview from Adam Scherr happened this week with our man, Lance Allen. The Gun Show, undefeated at Blizzard Brawl. I'm surprised he didn't bring it up in his interview that he's undefeated at Blizzard Brawl. And he's 3-0, where Adam Scherr hasn't had a match yet. But it's time. It's time to talk Blizzard Brawl. Overall, once you get in the state, once you get in the city, once you get in the car they call Meatheads, and we get to Waukesha, what's the first thing you're most excited for when the show starts?
Oh, I'm excited to just to hear that opening roar of the crowd, man. Once welcome to Blizzard Brawl 2021 or something along those lines. I'm assuming somebody's gonna say that, but here's what I'm excited for: to see all of that talent on that poster in one spot.
Full.
Yeah. I mean, that's I stopped counting a long time ago how many actual talents are going to be there, man.
I'm thinking about, because you've been in a building before, and I've been in a building plenty of times, and I'm thinking about that back locker room area. Where the hell is everybody gonna be at?
Maybe is people gonna have to change in your car, man.
No, I change it to hotel, and then we'll drive them in a gimmick.
Okay. I mean, I'm just saying.
But seriously, where the hell are they going to dress? I mean, are we going to try to get in there and do work? Are we going to try to get some audio? I mean, there's not going to be room. We're going to be elbow to assholes in there.
So I won't give too much details, but I have watched AJ Styles change in a car dealership before, a car dealership showroom.
Fair enough. I don't want to know why you were watching him, but okay.
Accidentally
For 20 minutes? That doesn't make sense.
I was trying to see if I wanted to buy a Taurus.
All right. So, folks, in the description of the show as well, I haven't put it there yet, but it should be there momentarily. Look for the link if you want to help support the people that had been affected by what happened during the Waukesha Christmas Parade, and you want to get a Walk a Strong t-shirt, the home of Blizzard Brawl. Go ahead and help us out. $25 for the t-shirt. 100% of the proceeds going to help the people that were affected, but everything that happened during the Waukesha Christmas Parade. Matthew,
absolutely. Ask me what I'm looking most forward to. I'm going to grab one of those as soon as I get in the building. That's for sure.
Yeah, there you go. Make sure you got it on. Make sure you're wearing it. Make sure you walk strong. So, all right, Matthew, that's the end of the week for Matthew Thomas, for Linda Kay, the man they called me. And remember, she's got a big refereeing match tomorrow night as well. She's going to be a big match.
Absolutely. I mean, there's going to be a lot of reffing going on between her and Audrey and Earl. My goodness.
That's right. I think we're going to need to talk about who's going to referee the quarter barrel, because that's going to be fought over a lot too.
Absolutely.
All right. For Matthew, for Linda, I'm the man they call Meathead. Thanks for stopping by. I hope to talk to you Monday morning with a voice. So long, everyone.